Hello everyone and welcome to LCR Season 5. We're here for round 8. We're here for the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg. And what a race we've got ahead of ourselves today. I'm LCR Apex, joined alongside me is Kirby. We've got this beautiful 10 corner circuit ahead of us, 3 to the left and 7 to the right. 3 tyre compounds available to the drivers, ultra soft, super soft and the soft compound. This is a race that's been held every single season over LCR. 2.68 miles is the length of the track. 36 laps ahead of us. We'll go over the qualifying order real quick. Kirby, we're getting ready for a hell of a race right now, aren't we?
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out through the first couple of laps, because this is a track that tempers generally flare at.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
very ends up.
It's very, very close championship standings right now. Don't forget, it's a 1-point gap at the top of the standings, but King Liam, 25, who is in second, is not here today. So it'll be a chance for Drelex and Clone Troop and LK and everybody behind to catch up on the standings. But we're just lining up for the grid as we wait for the lights as the final few drivers just line up at the back. And we'll get ready to go to those 5 red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in LCR Season 5 is off in Spielberg, and it's a decent start from a lot of the drivers, a lot of the slow start from a lot of the drivers. Leopard tries covering up on the inside, but Clone Troop manages to get him around the outside. What a move! A lot of the drivers running wide on turn 1, but Leopard and Drelex all the way up the hill. It looks like, I keep saying Drelex, Clone Troop. Clone Troop has the inside line going into turn 3. TR Verstappen looks like he's going to try and hang on the back and see what happens, but Clone Troop is a little bit deep. Leopard tries going for the switch back in, but it's not quite on. Clone Troop is still ahead on the run down to turn 4, but Leopard has so much straight line speed. It looks like he might be able to make it work around the outside. The Ferrari and the Williams dueling here at the Red Bull Ring, but Ferrari keeps staying on top as Leopard is continuing to struggle, just getting these tyres working, but they're still side by side, and they have been ever since turn 1. And TR Verstappen is probably licking his lips at the concept right now as the Maze continues to chase him. We've already got a 3-second time penalty. We're just talking about how cool the penalties are on this track, and we've already got a 3-second time penalty. Leopard currently in second, TR Verstappen still hanging with the big boys in third, Amazing fourth, Johnson Lonka fifth, and it's kind of petered out sensibly at the start of the race. A lot of the drivers still where they started, but Clone Troop leads off the first lap, and LCR Visualize already into the pits. There's a manic start already, just catching our breath. Clone Troop still defending on Leopard.
Making the move on the Red Bull.
There you go then. Clone Troop just having to go back down the inside to defend from Leopard. Leopard having a major straight line speed advantage in that Williams. Probably with Mercedes engine versus the Ferrari engine, but by all means they should be equal, and it looks like they are as they're side by side going down into turn 4. Leopard looked like he had a much better position, but he locked up, which is going to compromise him to not only TR Verstappen but also ESR and Maze behind. And it looks like 4 drivers are in for a chance for the lead of the race, and ESR and Maze is kind of the surprise in this situation. This is his first race this season, but this is arguably his best track. He's had former world records at this track, so he's going to be somebody to keep an eye on through this race. He may be a bit of an underdog. This Clone Troop continues to lead. It looks very well, I mean, it's not a sure thing in leading right now. The penalties keep filtering in as people running wide and cutting corners in the final few sectors. But it's still very close fighting through all 19 of these drivers. Of course, the only person not in the train right now is Visualize right at the back. But Clone Troop continues to lead. Maze is popping off a little bit. Phoenix Legend up on the inside of V-Feds, and he gets the move. It looks like he's got it done. Yes, he does. Phoenix Legend up into 9th, which is a hell of a start for the Red Bull driver, but Waster picks up a penalty. Boris up the inside of LK, and he pushes Drelex around. And there's another bit of contact further down the field as well, as Drelex is just tumbling down the order. That's not going to help him at all, as the Toro Rosso and the Red Bull driver ends in P10. This is going to be for points. This is the sole points paying position right down the bottom of the field where they're going side by side into turn 3. Leopard's got the move done on Clone Troop, which you mentioned, and the Ferrari driver's having to fend off against the also Ferrari powered engine of the Sauber. He loses the position and he's going to be combating with the other Ferrari powered engine of ESR Amaze very, very soon. His Clone Troop, it's just all gone wrong for him there. You know, usually lap 4 you'd expect it to come down a little bit, but it's not coming down at all. There's every driver, Leopard, Verstappen, Clone Troop, Amaze, and John, they're all within a second of each other, and even Boris Letterbox is only 1.2 seconds behind. Any mistake from the guys in front, as we saw with whatever happened with Dralex, whatever spun him around, I'm sure we'll get a replay for that. That is going to compromise them. Any mistake is going to just send them right down the field and packing and wondering what's all gone wrong. But the battling continues throughout the field. Fens, well, Phoenix Legend just breaking away from AOR Charlie. Those two have been battling early on. Fens is just coming under threat from the McLaren of Jolly and also the Force India of LCR Hayden. And Chance Monica gets yet another penalty, adding to his woes. Armin Hogler also on the back of LCR Hayden. Boris Letterbox coming back down the inside of the ESR Amaze through turn 2, and they tag. I'm not sure what happened there. It's an awkward corner to go through, and unfortunately, we've seen plenty of times throughout this race people tagged and spinning out on that very corner, and it happened unfortunately once again to the former race winner, Boris Letterbox, as he tried to move on the ESR Amaze. Unfortunately, he's sent packing once again down the field, and a lot of the guys further down are going to be counting their lucky stars, all these front runners coming into contact and coming into the pits early and everything like that. But Leopard is just about broken away from TOR Verstappen. He's out of DRS range, and this is getting really crucial for Clone Troop right now. He's on the back of Verstappen, and he's going to have to try and make an impression here, as he I don't think any of the front runners have suffered a penalty just yet. Phoenix Legend, the fastest lap out of nowhere. Clone Troop actually gets a penalty. He's going to be seeing that penalty, and that's going to put red in his eyes as he moves right now on TOR Verstappen. Verstappen has the inside line. Got to be careful in this corner if you don't want any unnecessary contact. And Clone Troop was ahead for a fraction of a second, but unfortunately for TOR Verstappen, very good defended from the Dutch driver, who's shown some great prowess throughout the season, but hasn't quite been able to make it click as Fens continues to fall down the order. And in fact, LK and Amaze side by side. LK up into P4, fair enough for the French driver. He's bouncing back wonderfully in this race. He looks like he's got all the pieces coming together as the two Force India drivers just at the exit of Sector 2. Fens continues to fall down the order as Hayden comes up and picks up P9 from him, and Fens could be falling out of the points very soon. He's got not only Hogler, but also Boris Letterbox, the man who's, talking of seeing red, he's going to be seeing absolute blood red as ESR Amaze comes into the pits. Probably not very happy. 5 seconds top go there. Speeding into the pit lane, probably front wheel damage picks up from his contact with Boris Letterbox. Clone Troop does get by TOR Verstappen on the exit of turn 1. Weird compare them. I'm not sure if there was a bit of non-verbal exchange between the two of them, as Dralex is now trying to close that gap between the battling pack ahead of him. In fact, Fens just losing out the position to Army Hoggle. There's a lot of... Oh no, not... Oh, that's okay. Commentating's curse. I apologise for that, Verstappen. He could be losing out to his teammate right here, and unfortunately it looks like he will do as they go into turn 4. And yeah, TOR Verstappen was running so well in the podium positions, but Boris Letterbox decides he's going to absolutely send it and send Army Hogler into a half spin. And Fens probably can't believe his luck right now as he goes down the inside of Army Hogler and gets moved back down, but Army Hogler with a switchback, and it could leave Fens vulnerable to TOR Verstappen. There's a lot of complicated battles going on here, but a lot of it is very simple. People keep touching. A lot of touchy-feely, rubbing is racing, but spinning is racing in this case, I guess. But LCR Leopard currently leading the race. DSR Clone Troop in second, LK in third, with the Phoenix Legend. Phoenix Legend, actually, wow, he's been doing an amazing race so far. In fact, let me just see if I can quickly. Phoenix Legend has climbed 12 positions in the first 10 laps, and he's already having a sniff at the podium. This is amazing for the Red Bull driver. This could be absolutely critical for him. Hopefully, he can make it stick. But LK's not going to give that podium position up. He's waiting so long for it. So this could be a very interesting battle incoming. But Phoenix Legend is closing up so much. They nearly made contact there. Yeah, there we go. plenty of times this race, just nearly contact or even full-on contact between many drivers. Speaking as the steward for this division, unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to be watching a lot of clips back. Ooh, as Brock Dustad comes through the pits, he'll filter out in last place, which we've currently got a full grid sandwich going on right now, as Williams is the red in first and in last. Williams driver encompasses the two most predominant positions on the field. As Boris Letterbox pits,
Sector 1 and 2.
Sector 1 and 2 yellow flag. I can't see who that is, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if Brock might be getting blue flagged. No, he's not, very clear. Worth mentioning, the race started cloudy, but it looks like it's clearing up a little bit. This guy's Phoenix Legend.
Phoenix
looks like he's going down the inside. Oh, okay, there we go. Move done, job done. Excellent job from the Swedish LCR driver. Well, I don't know why I put LCR in there, but excellent work from the Swedish Red Bull driver. There you go. As LK was losing positions, but again, strong points paying positions. He's having to fly the flag from Mercedes right now. And suddenly, as Verstappen and Benz continue to battle, not from the position Verstappen deserves, to be honest, down in its place. But mentioned earlier, Renault was suffering from a deficit. They've only got one driver in the field right now. It's Verstappen. Tokyo drifts it and unfortunately clocks it over too much and loses the position to Dralex. The man was just about to pick up as Renault only having one driver running, but it seems to have evened out right now. As LK comes into the pits with Country also coming into the pits, and the Ferrari driver potentially going for the undercut of the Williams of Leopard, as we are actually entering the pit stop phases right now, as several of the drivers continue on. Dralex is just about, just going to hop ahead of his teammate right now. He's having to once again come back on the comeback drive, but LK and Country coming out to the pits together. Mercedes and the Ferrari drivers, both of them are like still very much in the heat of the battle with both championships, both the drivers and the teams. But what's actually worth mentioning, Amazing is already pitted. Now he could be going for a two-stop, he's on a set of soft tyres, but he has actually jumped LK and is on the back of VSR Clone Troop, so this could be clinical for him. As Leopard spun! Leopard's on the extern second two, Leopard's got way into the gravel, and that could be absolutely crucial. All of a sudden, this race has been blown wide open, and Leopard struggles to face the car forward. He could even before he even enters the pits. This is amazing! Where does that come from? As Dralex could even be picking up the pieces here. Phoenix Legend comes into the pits. It's going to be amazing to see where he comes out, because he, well, unfortunately got 5 minutes to go, but he could be in a combination for winning this race right now. Army Hogler into the pits, Hayden into the pits, Leopard mercifully finally comes to the pits with Dralex behind him. KSC Jani continues on, and Leopard gets a 5-second stop go penalty. It's all gone wrong for the champion, but he's got to continue, he's got to keep pushing, because this is a super duper critical race for him right now. If he decides to give in to the ghost, if he decides not to race anymore and retire, he'll be losing his championship lead, I believe, to Clone Troop. So the British driver of Clone Troop, it's all just falling into his lap right here. Brock does have getting penalties. So many penalties going on right now. It's amazing. Gets overtaken. I don't know if he got overtaken right there, but well, I mean, Phoenix Legend back up to P7. Chasing down Clone Troop. Phoenix Legend has got to be, his palms have got to be sweaty. These weak arms are heavy. They'd probably vomit on his sweater already. I doubt they come off spaghetti. Clone Troop setting past his laps. LK on the back of VSR Amaze. He looks on the inside of turn 1. It looks simple enough, but Amaze positioning his car wonderfully for the switchback. They're going to be side by side on the run through turn 2 and all the way up into turn 3. But LK has a straight line speed from that Mercedes engine, and he's going to get away with it unless Amaze can break a long layer, and he does. He gets up the inside. Got to be careful not to make contact here, lads, and they don't. Excellent racing, but they just make enough contact for Amaze to come into the wall. The Scottish drivers think it's bad or worse, and oh boy, that stewarding fall gets even bigger. But despite that, despite 14 laps into the race, we've had 0 retirements. Clone Troop has a 3-second time penalty, but since getting that penalty, hasn't picked up a single warning. Phoenix has 2 3-second time penalties and a stop go, so that will be very crucial. So Clone Troop, as far as he's concerned, another LCR race, another penalty.
Oh, he just got another penalty.
There you go, yeah.
Waystall's going for a move on LCR.
Can't quite get the move done. VSR Dralex on the back, the actual VSR driver in this race is on the back watching, popcorn in hand, as the British driver tries to challenge the Belgian driver. Waster's going to try go around the outside. Why? Oh, actually, spoke too soon. It looks like he could be on, but they're side by side, inside line, going through turn number 5, and it looks like he's just got him done around the outside. Waster's going to have to wait another turn, but he's going to have to keep eyes in the back of his head as the Canadian driver of Drelix behind him. One thing I should mention, this is probably one of the most international races I've ever commentated on. We've got Canadians, we've got Americans, we've got Australians, we've got all kinds of drivers from Europe. And they're all kind of right here in the LCR World Division, the bike called LCR World Champion. And looks like it's all falling into the lap of VSR Closure. He's won 2 races this season in LCR. And the only other race he's finished was in 2nd place, last race out. He's got the chops to be a serious title contender this season, but it's just the trouble is he's got, of the 7 rounds so far, 4 of the races he's not finished. I believe one of them in DNF was Spain. But Bahrain, DNF, Monaco, DNF. It's just now, hopefully, this is the race he needs to come back into the title fight, but he's going to have pressure from Phoenix Legend behind him, and the driver's going long in front. Again, Charlie and Hogler both started on the soft tyres. They've not pitted yet, and they're going to be on the ultra soft at the end of the race, and they're going to be rapid. They're going to be threatening for the lower points paying positions. As Drelix, I completely missed that. Another penalty for Phoenix Legend. It looks like he's going to have to settle for the podium paying position, but he could be having to move behind him with LK and Boris Letterbox. Could be picking up the pieces. Jolly gets another penalty. Every single driver, apart from the Ferrari and Dark Mountain Gundo, who decided to go with his matching tyres in red wall super soft tyres. Other than him, every single driver on the grid has yellow wall tyres. And I'm going to quickly point out Wastedoor having 1, 2, 3 penalties at the moment. Current LCR Pro Champion, and a lot of battle going on right now. Drelix and Visualize, as well as Janny and Fens. Janny and Fens? Yeah, Janny and Fen. No, Janny and Wastel, sorry. Wastel getting past Janny. And forward battle all of a sudden going on here, and the Red Bull of Janny getting griefed on the side. Yeah, wonderful, nicely done. Clean and whistle from the Red Bull driver. The Red Bull drivers, got to admit, having a wonderful race here at their team's home. Team's home track, Red Bull.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting in last, and now both if KRC can just get up a couple more positions, he'll be fighting in the points, which from both cars starting towards the back of the grid, if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong here. That is absolutely wonderful.
Well, that's
absolutely great day today.
Let me just double check real quick, because KRC Janny started all the way down in 14. And Phoenix Legend started in 60, so even further down.
Yeah, so from all the way at the back to one of them being in 4th, which is right now down to strategy. Oh, he's been spun! Oh dear.
Wasted just got a chunk of Janny. I just went on board and I just decided to start watching because he was chasing the cars ahead. And unfortunately, through that very very dangerous turn 3, the Toro Rosso driver just got a chunk out of the Red Bull driver and sent him into a very dramatic spin. And unfortunately for Janny, all his hard work just gets undone as Army Hogler finally comes into the pits. 19 laps on that set of soft tyres, but I believe where he's pitting now, he's got to be going on the super softs. Yes, he does, as AOR Charlie continues to lead the race ahead of Clone Troop. Got to keep an eye behind them, the pair of them do, because they're on 7-lap old soft tyres, and behind them they've got Army Hogler, completely fresh, super soft tyres. And Army Hogler's not a slow driver, he's gotten his fair share of front rows in this league. I'm not sure if he's gotten a pole position just yet, but he considers himself to be a dark horse in the championship, but he's never been able to quite prove his worth. And unfortunately for him right now, he's stuck behind, well, Leopard and Hayden, but Hayden just picked up the time penalty. So that can come back to bite him towards the end of the race, of course. But Phoenix Legend still, yeah, go for it, yeah. And he does Leopard on the inside of Hayden. I'm not sure if Hayden's going to make that very hard for him, but unfortunately he leaves the door wide open and allows for Hogler to kind of sneak his nose up on the inside. Isn't quite able to get the move done, but he's knocking very, very loudly on the door, put it that way. And he looks like he's going to try and send it for the dive bomb. He's just about all 3 drivers locked up. Slight bit of contact between the Sauber and the Force India, but as a steward, I'm going to allow it. we're done. Kane's going to look on the inside, just looking very close. I'm just waiting for those two to just tap ever so slightly. Charlie finally comes into the pits, and you'll probably filter out within this battle. Clone Troop proceeds to lead the race. Phoenix Legend is on unreal pace right now. He's closed up to Clone Troop so much. I'm kind of disappointed he's got so many penalties, because it's going to affect his finishing position so much, because he's driving so well right now. As Hogler continues to hunt down Leopard, Leopard's going to be under serious fire from the Spaniard very soon, as Charlie completely misses the battle.
Clone Troop's off track. He got
oh dear!
A little bit off track. Oh, Phoenix is laying back.
Yeah, it must have been a bit of partnership too. Yeah, turn 3, probably of a twist between the pair of them, but worth knowing LK obviously on the back of them as well. And he's another element in this race. LK only has a single penalty. Clone Troop still hasn't got a single more instances penalty he gains. So LK running now in a in a net P2. But that could all change, because he is gaining on the 2 ahead, especially after that. He is gaining on it. And Clone Troop, if he picks up just one more penalty, or we could be singing the French national anthem, because LK could be in a position to win the race. And I want to point out, Army Hogler on the back of the Germany says, Spain against Germany, a cracking football match, but we've got it on track right now. Out of the final quarter comes Hogler, and he's got the DRS on LCR Leopard. It looks like he might be too far back, but don't forget, 3 DRS straights in a row on this track. So he's come out at turn 1, and yep, there you go, DRS once again open. Coming up on the run up to 2, and the very dangerous turn 3. If he's going to try and move, hopefully he's careful about it. And ESR made the title of the session. Not a good race from the Scotsman. The leader's battling elsewhere. Charlie gets past Hayden, so a good run from the Toro Rosso driver again. He's probably going to be trying to think, well, I should be hunting down Hogler here. I should be trying to get that position from him, and he could be hunting down Leopard as well as Hogler. And Leopard make a slight bit of contact. That's got to be a racing incident. You can't say that was anything malicious there, but they're going side by side through turn 5. And Leopard with the inside line through turn 6. Lucky number 6 on the side of his car keeps the position from Army Hogler, who the 2 of them battling is going to only help AOR Charlie, but Army Hogler has a wonderful line through turn 7 and through turn 8. He's going to probably look down the inside of turn 9. This is not an overtaking spot, and he doesn't risk it. Leopard, he just compromises Leopard line, which could pay dividends to him down the straight, but unfortunately compromises his exit a little bit, and Charlie is now gaining on the back of him, and Hayden also picking up a turn from the DRS from the Toro Rosso driver ahead of him. So everywhere you look in this race, there's battling going on. Visualizes on the back of John Veronica, another Team LCR battle going on, well, LCR, makes sense. But Hogler's unfortunately fallen back from Leopard a little bit, and speaking of the 2 of them, Visualize gets ahead of John by lieu of the Greek driver coming into the pits.
Ooh, Ben's on ground.
Yep, friends of Dralax, worth noting, these 2 were championship rivals in PPRL last season. Dralax managed to get the championship from Benz by lieu of a penalty. It was very close between the pair of them. These 2 are very equal tread in terms of 2 drivers, and looks like their battle is going to review once again today. We're currently on lap 24. We're flying through this race right now. There's so much going on. 12 laps left to go. And the rundown right now, Clone Troop is currently winning the race. Phoenix Legend second, LK third, Jolly promoted up to 4th because Boris Letterbox, surprising actually, comes into the pits, which will promote Leopard. His race is, his damage control race is being controlled wonderfully, as long as he doesn't suffer any incident with Army Hogler, which he could do. Obviously, Boris Letterbox coming out the pits, Alex.
Rock's off track.
Rock off track. But Army Hogler on the back of LCR Leopard. It's a 3-way scrap for P5 right now. Solid 10 points all. Leopard needs these points. There's no 2 ways about it. He absolutely needs these points. Every point counts, and even finishing 1 place behind will just, well, it just won't help, will it? But unfortunately, he's got a very hungry pair of Army Hogler and Charlie. 2 drivers who haven't been able to quite make it click this season. Have a very vulnerable Leopard in front of them. If there's anybody they want to get points off, it's going to be the guy way out in front. So it makes sense that Army Hogler is putting the pressure on Leopard as much as he can right now. And Charlie's going to just try and stay behind and pick up the scraps. And the same thing more the second yellow flag. Brock is trying to make a rallycross circuit out of the Red Bull ring. As Army Hogler tries to get sprint scraps going off of Leopard, isn't quite able to. It's very close between the pair of them. Theo Verstappen lost out position for Boris Letterbox. Such a shame. The Dutch driver, again, it's got to be said, losing out all these positions when he could have been a very solid podium runner. Henri Hogler still pressuring Leopard as we enter into sector 3. LK, 3-second time penalty, that's not going to help. That gives BSR Country a tremendous blanket right now in terms of winning this race, as I'm sure he fully intends to. As Henri Hogler runs incredibly wide in the final corner, that can leave very, very vulnerable to AOR Charlie, who's going to open the DRS and he's going to try for a move. Yes, he is. Gets the move done before they even hit turn 1, and now it's Charlie's turn to try and attack the very vulnerable LCR Leopard in P5. Boris Leopard sets the fastest lap of the race so far with his fresh set of super soft tyres as he tries to hunt down Dralix in front of him. Going into the pits. Oh, massive! Look, wow, a massive loss from Dralix. Completely spun it from turn 3 and lost a couple more positions, and unfortunately had Boris Letterbox bonk him on the side with his front wing, so that's not going to help Boris Letterbox, who was flying on those super soft tyres. It's obviously not going to help Dralix, who once again suffering just repeated, I don't want to call it mistakes, he was running so well this race. He started way down the field, he was once again competing for the podium positions. You could say that Phoenix Legend is running the race that Dralix deserved. But unfortunately, again, Dralix is having to suffer towards the back of the field. Henri Hogler on the run down to AOR Charlie. Charlie's going to have to defend from Hogler. He's got to have to wait on attacking Leopard. He's going to have to defend from Hogler, who's charging right now. Boris Letterbox comes into the pits once again. I think his only concern is taking a fastest lap time. Dralix also comes into the pits. Verstappen graduated back mercifully up into the points. Charlie on the inside of Leopard could leave the door wide open to Hogler, who gets a slight bit of understeer as well to avoid the Williams driver. But there you go. AOR Charlie up into P5. LCR Leopard continuing to struggle. He's having to take the inside line to Hogler, who does a massive dive bomb on the right outside. Leopard pushes him completely out wide off the track. And that was... Henri Hogler could have some choice Spanish words there. And in fact, Leopard is going to be, well, he's going to be burying his knuckles right now. He's going to be absolutely pushing to try and catch or even pass that Toro Charlie. Everything's kind of falling apart for Phoenix. There you go, yeah. Through turn 3 again. Not the friendliest corner on this track, so must be said. Charlie ahead of Leopard.
A dive bomb.
Falling back. Dive bomb from Boris Letterbox. No points paying position here, just wide of the Red Bull ring. Going to, well, I would say going to Jammy, but Boris Letterbox with the fresher, ultra soft tyres. Got the inside line. Through turn 6. Through turn 7, and it looks like he's got the move done. Yes, he has. Boris Letterbox ahead of Janny, but Janny doing a great job of actually battling back. And I just want to keep tabs further up the field once again. Leopard and Hogler continuing to, well, that's the other closest battle on the track right now, other than this battle for 12th place. Janny unfortunately picks up a time penalty. Lord knows what the situation at the end of the race is going to be with time penalties. But speaking of which, actually, I just want to quickly point out, Jolly is on a major run right now. Anybody who's watched the previous race highlights will know that quite controversially, the McLaren and Spielberg mechanics went on strike. They would not serve their drivers. All 4 drivers from McLaren and Spielberg had to walk away with 0 points as a result. But Jolly is bouncing back wonderfully here. He's not only in P4 right now, but he's gaining on the podium position. He could be denying LK, who's waiting for a podium for so long. He could be snatching that away from him. Jolly quietly running a really good race actually. Hold on, wait, when did we start? We started, and Jolly's actually come 11th position, so Jolly quietly, not got a lot of screen time, but he's quietly running an excellent race. But also, speaking of screen time, Leopard having to defend from Henri Hogler through turn 3. Unfortunately, once again, Leopard runs him wide, but that's hardly his fault that time. That's just the nature of the corner. Hogler does a great job to avoid spinning, as so many of his rivals have done. It's just close everywhere. Every single part of this lead is close in this division, and every position matters. Leopard is not going to give up. He's going to keep defending on Hogler. He's going to keep trying to catch Charlie. Jolly is going to try and move on the inside of LK, and he gets it done through turn 4. Maybe LK can go for the switchback. It's not quite on. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to miss out once again on a podium. Maybe penalty in his favour. In fact, I think he might do with Phoenix Legend. He's going to, well, one thing for certain, he's going to finish behind the McLaren of Jolly, who snuck into the podium positions, and to race on him right there.
Bit of contact.
Good battling between the pair of them. They're doing an excellent job there. Quick getting it that can come crucial in Leopard's bid to just scrounge anything from this race. In fact, Hogler ahead of Leopard. I missed that. Leopard's all the way down into P7 right now. And unfortunately for him, just loses yet more points to Clone Troop ahead of him. In fact, 7 points. He's losing 19 points to Clone Troop. And if I just quickly look on hand to the championship, he will not lose the lead in the championship, although things could obviously change. There's Hogler and Charlie. This battle is interesting because these two started on the soft tyres. They ran way into the distance at the start of the race. And this battle going on right here is going to be very, very interesting to see how it turns out, because this is their alternate strategy. They were starting to race way down the field, obviously on soft tyres, but now it's come back to them as Army Hogler going down the inside of turn 3. But Charlie does an excellent job braking a lot later. Is there a bit of contact? No, there's not. Fair enough. Go for the next through turn 3 just fine. Hogler unfortunately has a DRS going down the field. He looks on the inside of Charlie as Fens and Hayden do continue battling. As LCR Leopard has a prime time view of Hogler and Charlie battling. As Hogler does get a move done. Is that going to allow Leopard to sneak through? He's going to definitely try. Brakes a lot later than Charlie, but unfortunately hung out on the outside of turn 6. Through turn 7 they come, and yep, Hogler gets the move done on Charlie. He's recovering his race wonderfully right now, but again, as we enter the final 3 laps of the race, how is it going to shake up the penalties? This is kind of like a lottery at the end of the race. It's almost like NASCAR. The rest of the season kind of doesn't matter.
Oh, Jolly's right on the back of 2.
There we go.
Second. Is he gonna dive it? No. Oh,
Why
he hits
it does
oh,
keep a little bit of a love tap. Hopefully there's no damage. What is Jolly's penalty situation? Swimming in it. He's absolutely swimming in penalty.
Leopard down the inside.
Nicely done. Good job. Charlie's, I think, super soft tyres might be falling off the cliff a little bit. Leopard as well. Well, I mean, last time I went on board with Leopard, he had no ERS. Now I'm on board with him. He got loads. So I think for the past 3 laps, he's been storing him. But unfortunately for him, he's still got Charlie in the back. He's still got two super soft runners who are very much, interested in keeping their positions. Thank you very much, Leopard. Don't care if you're a champion or not. We would like to finish here. Thank you very much. They overlap. Someone, I think I might be wrong, I'm not sure. Who is actually on a fresh set of ultra soft tyres. Could be going for a fastest lap, but regardless, Leopard still fending off Charlie. Phoenix Legend is still doing a good job of fending off Charlie. Down the inside, there we go. Job done. Charlie gets the move done on Leopard as well. Leopard's going to dive down the inside of turn 3. It's a brave move. He gets it done somehow. I'm very surprised about that. He broke from way far back. But he got the move done, and these two are not done battling yet. That's only going to help Hogler as Jolly and Phoenix Legend go side by side from turn 5 into turn 6. Is Jolly going to try the stretch back? You bet your bottom dollar he does. But Phoenix Legend does a great job hugging the apex. And I hug him right back because that was a great defending from Phoenix Legend. And Jolly's not going to give up anytime soon. Phoenix Legend tries to squeeze him out. It didn't quite work. Phoenix Legend once again going to go switch back. Jolly gets the move done.
Oh, he goes way too deep.
So much late. Yeah, way too deep. And AOR Charlie picks up the time penalty. It looks like his battle with Leopard might be done. Again, not doing a good job keeping track of penalties. The one thing's for certain, through turn 2 right now, comes via side country. Since picking up that penalty, he's one of the first drivers to pick up a penalty. Despite that, he's not picked up a single warning. Never mind a penalty, he's not picked up a single warning since then. So via side country, he's going to be counting as much as
oh, there's contact. Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Slight bit of contact, but it looks like the two of them are going to continue battling. LK is going to see these two cars getting bigger and bigger in his field of view. As Jolly, terrible camera angles I've been given. Jolly unfortunately loses out to Phoenix Legend. A terrific battling from the infantry of the Swede and the Brit. And then still not actually that far behind us. Oh, Phoenix Legend closes the door. A bit too suddenly on Jolly, a bit of contact, but still neither of them spin. Phoenix Legend is, racing a bit desperate right now and gets, a bit generous with the curve there. I thought he was going to spin, I'm not going to lie. But Legend dropped back. VSR Clone Troop wins in Austria. Jolly around the final corner comes home in P2. Now here's where the penalty is going to take into effect. Jolly crossed the line P2. Phoenix Legend crossed the line P3. We dropped down P4 and even further down LK nicks P2 away from them. Jolly P4. Army Honda did a great job in P5. LCR Leopard south into P6. Phoenix Ledger down into P8. Hayden P9. TOR Verstappen is going to round up points in P10. And I don't even know where to breathe. That was just from lights to flag, lap 1 to lap 36. That was crazy. But actually, I missed that. AOR Charlie has got on the podium. Where did that come from?
So it is VSR Clone Troop who takes the victory over LK91,
Okay.
with AOR Charlie getting a surprising 3rd, Jolly in 4th, Army Joggler in 5th, Leopard in 6th, Verstappen in 7th, Fens in 8th, Phoenix in 9th, and rounding out the points is Hayden, Visualize in 11th, Drowlix, my bad, in 12th, Forest Letterbox in 13th, KRC Janny in 14th, John in 15th, Dark Magic in 16th, Rock Does Stuff in 17th, ESR Amazed in 18th, then rounding out the grid and last is Wasteland.